hit her. So guess what? That's what she would have did. And she just
Yeah.
would have sent off to
I
military
don't
school.
know what to do for your situation, but Mr. Lovejoy, you're not a good co-parent. You're so full of conspiracy theories that I there's no way you could parent. There isn't. I usually don't even have these situations with a 17-year-old. When a 17-year-old makes a decision, generally I talk to the parent, make sure they're a decent parent to be able to do this job. But you scare me. This right here is disturbing. Okay, so on Lovejoy versus McCullum, this case, I think we pretty much have done everything in the case. I had an opportunity to speak with the daughter, and to just try to determine what's the best circumstances for her. I don't think anybody is, unless there's some circumstances that change. Her position was, I'm sorry, 1 second. Okay, so I had an opportunity to speak with her, and her position is that she wishes to reside with her father. Um, and so I think we put, in this case, a temporary order in place, allowing that with some visitation and try to see how that was going to go. Because I think there was some issues of her running away, and I think Dad's position was she does not have that same, that does not take that same disposition when he's in his household. I spoke with her. She seems very adamant about the position to stay with Dad. And I think her, which is kind of a little odd, but I guess it is what it is. She feels Miss McCullum has stolen from her, um, and some money that she had maybe was expecting to get back, or some money that was supposed to go to her. I'm not really sure, but that whatever that situation is with the money, I was taken aback that it really kind of shapes her thoughts. It's a really odd thing for something like that to almost kill a relationship, because it's just money, and your parents are taking care of you. But whatever happened to that money, I'm not sure exactly what happened. Um, it really makes a significant difference to her, and she wants an apology regarding that money. She wants that money returned. And it felt like unless she got that, an apology in the return of the money, she was kind of steadfast in her position. So I don't know if I mentioned that to you after the interview or not with her. And I told her that for the most part, what we said, we're going to be private. And I meant that, but there are just a few things that I'll mention to you because I think it's important in redeveloping the relationship. Um, and every children are different. They look at things very differently. But I also say this to you, Mr. Lovejoy, since you're going to be raising her primarily. I Money should not move people to that extent. It just shouldn't. Um, but for some reason, for her, it is. Um, it just has made the whole difference. I don't know why. It just seems odd to me, but you got to talk with her about that because, you know, that should not be the parameters that she uses in her life. But that is where we are now. Um, and so Ms. McCollum, so that you'll know, that is kind of what her position is. She wants an apology. She wants this money returned. Um, and she's kind of holding that hostage to the relationship.
Yeah, and may I speak if I can, just on that part?
Yes.
That was a consequence that I had done after the second time of running away, the getting high at school, almost getting felonies. I had bought her a new iPhone. I bought her a designer bag to go back to school with. That third time that she ran away, me and Mr. Lovejoy both went to her job trying to stop the check or whatever so we can be able to get in contact with her. So I had them to try to stop the check. It didn't hit her. It was her money. I think it was $600 and something. Was on the run for 2 weeks. She was spending and doing that. When I got her back with the phone and her card, I took it. I gave her the money back and more. Maybe mid-February, I called her, blew her phone up. She finally answered me. And I told her, hey, if you feel that my consequences, my choice of consequences because of your actions were too much, I'm sorry, but I didn't know whichever way to save you. I did counseling, friends and family on both sides. I don't know. But that money had been returned and more. And I explained that to Anaya as well as Mr. Lovejoy. The money part about her holding on and stealing, Mr. Lovejoy, I have text messages. Mr. Lovejoy kind of put that in her head. He texted me numerous occasions saying, you stole. And I'm telling him, Casey, that was a consequence. Yes, she ran and did this and that. I paid for an iPhone, the brand new, her phone was more than what mine was, not a trade-in. So it was just, you want to do this? I'm going to hold this for you. Everything else I've tried to do is not working. But Your Honor, that money was paid back to her, a full $800 in the cash app months ago, almost a year ago.
I'm not sure. And that might be, I'm just telling you that her position is that it hasn't been, but more importantly than that, this is the larger point. She wants you to apologize for it. And she said, not just a regular apology, like a real apology, acknowledging that you stole the money. I just thought it was, like I said, it was kind of an odd position for, I was really taken aback that she would kind of want that. But, I guess the reason I'm taken aback by it was that because most kids generally don't expect like apologies from parents, I guess, and she did. And that was kind of the holdup. So I feel like before you move forward, that's what she wants, to the extent that, so you'll be mindful as you move forward with the relationship, that is a very important point to her. But your position is what your position is. If you didn't steal the money, you were using it as a consequence, and you kind of need to explain that to her. But I need both of you on board, Mr. Lovejoy. My criticism, Mr. Lovejoy, to the extent that the court has criticized parenting, is that I've always told Mr. Lovejoy that you have to parent, and that means that you help your child understand various things about parenting and motherhood and all those things. But you're being hands off is not parenting. Like, well, if they have a relationship, they have one. My hands are off. That's not a part of the parenting process. She's going to need her mother. And if you alienate or allow her to alienate her mother, it's going to come back on you. Because I can tell you, after I spoke with her, you will not be far from it. You will find yourself in those clutches too. Because, we have some kids who are very kind of opinionated and very strong willed like she is. You're going to find yourself in that position too. So you guys got to merge together to be able to raise a child who is strong-minded. And so that means letting her know that Ms. McCullum is her mother, and the amount of respect she has to have for her mother has to remain there. Otherwise, I'm telling you the best I can. You cannot be hands off. You have to direct her, even though you might think, oh, the way I look at the situation is Ms. McCullum, took the money and never gave it back. But you got to help them in their relationship. Otherwise, like I said, at some point, generally when they get older and they're able to process things, and this is essentially what I told Anaya, I said to her, and I want you to remember this, because my grandmother used to say it all the time, live a little. Live a little. Those things you cannot understand now, your experiences will teach you later, and so right now you might feel one way about your mother, and then until you are a mother and have to make those same decisions. And sometimes you get an opportunity to make amends and sometimes you don't. So, don't be so quick to judge. In any event, I want you, Mr. Lovejoy, to have some hands-on with regard to directing your daughter to develop a better relationship with her mother, even though you may not agree with every single decision Ms. McCullough makes. Allow her to love her mother, but you guys you got so much animosity until it's going to spill over. It's going to spill over. I guess I'm in a position wherein, quite frankly, I don't think that Mr. Lovejoy, if I had to look at co-parenting, I would not choose Mr. Lovejoy. I don't think he has co-parenting skills at all. I just don't. But she's 17 and she has made her decision as to where she wants to go. And she's very strong-willed about it. So she has her reasons or rationales. She can articulate them. I did not find it to be something that was being pushed by Mr. Lovejoy. Of course, I'm not a psychiatrist. But I, spent time talking with her so I could understand how she feels and why she feels that way, so that I can make decisions that I think are beneficial to her. So I didn't necessarily believe, or I didn't see anything that suggested Mr. Lovejoy is pushing her. The only thing that I've always said, and I'm articulating it now, is that I think Mr. Lovejoy is just hands off. He's like, he's not trying to direct the relationship. Mr. Lovejoy, I know, might feel like he's not, but you are. You are hands off. You are not, you're not facilitating that relationship. I just hope that you have a change of heart and try to start facilitating that relationship between the two of them. So initially on September 7th, I put into place that it was on a temporary basis that the child will live with father, mother would have those weekend visits. I know they had some rough start to those weekend visits. How are they now?
They're not, Your Honor. I uploaded a video. Mr. Lovejoy sent something to Mrs. Marshall, editing the video, but I sent the last video I went to on the 2nd, knocking on the door, ringing the doorbell. The female that he is with now, as I'm leaving out, walking down the steps, comes out and says, get off my property right now before I call the police. And I'm like, I'm here for the judge's order. I have numerous videos. That was the last video. And I said, I'm just not going to go back over there until we come back to court with this. And I just want to tell, I uploaded her school stuff. I can't talk to Mr. Lovejoy, so I just want to talk to him to hear. Casey, I sent her grades. Some are okay, and a lot of her not. She's in 11th grade. And one thing I did not play about with her school, and everything was set up so that 12th grade, she would get out early. If you look at those grades, the counselor put the grades together.
What are her grades?
Oh, she has a 96, and then it just goes down from there. And I just uploaded to Ms. Marshall so that you guys can both all see it on there. They're not good. She has a lot of missing classes, school, and me and Mr. Lovejoy have co-parents together before. We have speaking gracefully to each other, and also just only speaking about Anaya. So it's not like that we can't do it. We have done it before. This is my only child. This is his only child. And it's her pivotal moments. I want to be in her life. And I've tried, but it's not even just me, it's my whole family. I have a big family too. She doesn't speak. My grandma, my mom, she's her only grandchild. Anaya doesn't answer or talk to anybody. Everybody didn't do anything to her. Cousins just graduated college. She missed dad, high school, all type of stuff. And it's just, it's more to it than just the relationship between me and her. And I'm begging Casey, like, you know how I am about Anaya. We always had a close relationship. But something needs to happen. I miss my child. This is what's going on 2 years. Seeing her 1 minute did not, then seeing her did not. Like, this is a lot. And Your Honor, we have co-parent for years, great together. He cannot contest to that. And I just want him, like you said, have the same grace. I did the same for him. When her and him multiple times fell out with each other. He called me. I called both of them. Hey, y'all work this out. So I'm asking Casey to do the same thing for me.
And Mr. Lovejoy, what's your intent and plan on?
Okay, Your Honor, Miss McCallum, she done had 2 years to fix her relationship with her daughter. And I tell Naya, I say, Naya, call your mama, talk to your mother. And then Halima always do something to destroy that. They'll
Like
go
what?
out there and talk, they'll go out there and talk, and she always do something to destroy it.
Like what?
Like go to her job and try to get her fired from her job. Anaya, I have plenty of messages from Anaya saying what you're doing to her.
Naya, Casey,
No,
that was
hold on. I gave you your time to talk.
mm-hmm.
I gave you your time to talk. And another thing, when you dropped her off at Peachford,
Mm-hmm.
you sent me a message to pick her up. See, Halima, your whole plan was about your whole no.
I'm sorry, Mr. Lovejoy. Talk to me.
But the thing is that y'all have to sit down and talk about that. I have done that. I have told Naya to call you, and then you want to say your family. Halima, your family don't call Naya. I have a Naya phone. I have a Naya phone. Halima, your family does not call her. They don't call me or ask me how she's doing. That's just like you. You haven't done nothing for Naya in 2 years. You haven't done nothing. You haven't done nothing. You haven't brought her clothes. You haven't brought her nothing.
This school year, Casey, I took her school shopping.
One second. Miss McCollum.
Be quiet. The 800 you sent, that was money that you did steal from her, because now, Halima, you had her card when she was working. She was working at Burger King, and she was working across the street at the wing place.
Yes,
Halima, Halima, you took her money. Then you want to return her money when she call you and ask you about the money. This months after she had worked and got this job and got this check. You didn't return her money until a year later. That was her money. You didn't go in her job and work with her.
Your Honor, can I upload the information right now?
No, Ms. McCollum, hold on for a second.
You didn't. But then you want to say, oh, you a mother that you do this and you do that. Halima, you haven't done nothing. The last 2 years, you haven't sent no child support. You haven't done none of this.
Your Honor, that's what it's.
You don't supply no roof over. Hold on. You don't supply no roof over her head. You don't put no food in her mouth. You don't even pay medical insurance. She on my insurance. You don't pay none of that. Send the facts in, because I got all that from my job. You don't do nothing, Halima. You don't do nothing. You don't do nothing, and Anaya know that. She's know that. She see what you did. Then they just like, okay, right here on this receipt right here. It's a custody letter. Y'all, they stopped taking child support out my check on 11/14/22. I had Anaya. Wait. Oh, I got no. I had Anaya on 8/15/22. So why are you still receiving child support after the fact that Anaya is with me? And another thing, I got another paper.
You were behind.
Mr. McCollum, Ms. McCollum.
I have another paper right here, Your Honor. Well, Halima is receiving food stamps, and Anaya does not even stay with her.
No, I don't.
Halima, I got it right here. I have the paper right here. I have it because you went up to the school.
Ms. McCollum, if you interrupt him one more time, I'm gonna close this hearing.
I'm sorry.
She went to the school and tried to fill out a lunch form because she wanted to take Miss Sophia off the paper. She wanted to be smart and take Sophia off this paper. Now you've been with me. I got this say, dear parent, just because of Anaya go to school out here and live with me at my house. It say, dear parents. It said, dear parents, the guardian of Anaya Lovejoy. We want to let you know that the children listed above will be receiving free lunch because of the parents receiving SNAP or TANF. Your Honor, I don't get no food. We don't get no EBT, no food stamps in my house. I don't get no. She not on no Medicaid because I got insurance from my job for Anaya. So everything what Halima was doing was all about money. That's just like when you dropped off at Peachford. What it was, me and Naya, we wasn't even talking, Your Honor. Me and Naya, like she said, me and Naya, we was going through it. So guess what? When Halima texted me and told me to go pick up Anaya, I went and picked up Anaya. So it wasn't what it was. It was about the money. And that's all that Halima is about. Because if you wasn't about the money, guess what?
Mr. Lovejoy, how was putting her in Peachford about the money? Can you explain that?
Okay, because she'll be getting a check for a night, along with the child support too.
What check?
For the medicine that Anaya supposed to be taking. It was like some medicine.
Then you put her in Peachford for a check?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. That's how I felt. That's how I felt. Because if she would have been diagnosed for all this medicine that Halima referred her to do or to take, she would have been getting a check. And then, hold on, y'all. And then Anaya supposed to be going to military school. Anaya friend goes to military school and she is getting paid. Her mother is getting paid for the military school. So guess what? She wanted to send her to military school. So by me going to get Anaya, I messed up all that. Like I said.
But that doesn't make any sense, Mr. Lovejoy. You said she wanted to keep Anaya in Peachford so she can get a check and send her to military school. So why would she tell you to go get her? Because that would be inconsistent with the plan. She would fight you. She would prevent you from going to get her, and she would fight you. So why would she?
In my phone,
if that's her intent.
In my phone, I had messages from Halima saying that she's going to live with you until she go to military school.
Okay, but if she wanted her to stay in Peachford so that she can get a check, why would she ask you to go get her?
I don't know, y'all.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
Like I said, hold on, y'all. Like I said, y'all, we was me and Halima, we was arguing. Me and Night, we wasn't on good terms. So guess what? She knew by me and her not arguing, by me and her arguing and Naya arguing, I wouldn't go get her. So guess what? That's what she would have did. And she just would have sent off to me.
I don't know what to do for your situation, but Mr. Lovejoy, you're not a good co-parent.
You're
so full of conspiracy theories that there's no way you could parent. There isn't. I usually don't even have these situations when a 17-year-old makes a decision. Generally, I talk to the parent, make sure they're a decent parent to be able to do this job. But you scare me.
How?
Because your rationale, it doesn't make sense. It's off. The things that you say don't make any sense. They don't make a lot of sense to me. They're inconsistent. You'll say one thing and then it doesn't even make sense, which means that those things are generally filtering down to your daughter. And it worries me because I know that there is no way Miss McCullum or her family would be able to be in Anaya's life, because I don't see you cultivating that at all. Because I think you think this is all about money.
Oh,
let me ask you this.
Yes, ma'am.
When did you and Miss McCullum separate?
Ooh, it's been years. Like
I think it was 2016.
2016.
Yes,
From 2016, did you pay child support in 2016?
Who, me?
Yes,
yeah.
you.
Yes, I paid child support.
Did you pay child support in 2017?
Yes. No,
did you pay it in 2018? Yep. Did you pay it in 2018?
Ma'am, I don't know what year, but I just know I was on child support for 1 year.
Did you pay it in 2019?
Yes, I paid.
When you were paying child support, where did Anaya live?
She lived with her mother.
Did her mom take care of her?
Yes, she did. She took care of her.
Did she do what mother's supposed to do?
Yes.
Okay. Did she love Anaya?
Yeah, I know she did.
So one day she wakes up, taking care of Anaya for all these years, being a good mother, watching her matriculate through school, doing what good mothers do. One day she woke up and said, Peachford Hospital is the way I'm going to go.
Ma'am, she would
answer the question, Mr. Lovejoy. Did one day she wake up and say,
no, ma'am,
send my good daughter to Peachford because I want to get a Peachford check? That's what she did. One morning she woke up and that's what she was going to do. All of this time taking care of Anaya, good mother, doing what mothers do. And one morning, she decides Peachford is the way she's going to go. Correct?
Man, it conspired what the night was doing, how she was acting. So
right. So she sent Anaya to Peachford because Anaya was running away. Correct?
Right.
Okay. Do you think she made Anaya run away?
Okay, but she had to be.
No, Mr. Lovejoy, just answer the question. Did she make Anaya run away? Like, hey, Anaya.
No, she didn't.
Anaya ran away from home because Anaya wanted to run away from home, correct?
Maybe, but she had to be running away from. Yes.
Yeah, she ran away from something. She clearly ran away from
something, though,
Your Honor. She ran away from something. And then when Miss McCullum was like, look, I've done all I can do. I don't know what else to give Anaya because of her behavior. She tells you to go pick Anaya up so that you can now help her with Anaya, right?
Right.
Is there something wrong with that?
No, I mean, to me, it's not, but it's just how the whole situation.
Just answer the question. Is there something wrong with that?
No, Your Honor. No, there's not nothing wrong with it.
So why are you angry that she called for your help?
I'm not angry. She called for Your Honor. Like she said in the first continuance that we had back in the day, she told you I was a good father.
Right.
Hold on. She said I was a good father.
She did.
Okay, so
no one questioned your fatherhood. No one even questioned her motherhood. You guys were both saying good things about each other. And then all of a sudden, Anaya starts running away. We don't know why, because she claims her things are going well with you at your household. She didn't tell me there was something wrong with your household. She didn't tell me there was something wrong with Miss McCullum's household. She started hanging with the wrong people, whatever. She started acting out. No one knew why, and she started running away. She could barely articulate why.
Okay.
So she runs away. Then Miss McCullum asks for your help. You go pick Anaya up until I figure out what I can do to manage Anaya, is what she says. And that's what catapulted us here. I just don't understand how. This is what makes me worry. I don't understand how you have parents who were decently at least trying to work together. You were paying the child support as best you could. Okay. She wasn't strongholding you about it. She was doing the best she could with Anaya. There was an incident that happened. No one understood why she started behaving that way. She asked for your help. You go pick the child up. And now all of a sudden, everything Miss McCullum does is about money. And it's about a position that doesn't make any sense. It's inconsistent because all the other times she was raising Anaya just fine. And all of a sudden she becomes this money hungry, rubbing evil, sinister mom. It doesn't make sense. And so what I'm saying to you is when she calls you for help, you should go, she thought enough of me to want me to help bring Anaya to a point where her behavior is changed, is to change her behavior. So you step in to do that. And then along in that, for some reason, the mixture comes out that Miss McCullum is a bad mother. That doesn't make sense. And then you start pulling out all these things and you make theorizing. Oh, she must have tried to get child support. She tried to get food stamps. That must mean listen, Mr. Lovejoy, Anaya is 17 years old.
I know.
The child support, if you guys are fighting over child support, let me just stop you. Because you guys will be fighting over child support for another 3 or 4 months. When does she turn 18?
October 2nd.
Y'all got 7 months. So let me just help you guys both out. If you're fighting over child support, it ain't worth it. It's 7 months. It ain't worth it. Let's kill the money. Let's kill the money for a moment because it's insignificant. It's insignificant. I'm dealing with relationships. So my question to you, Mr. Lovejoy, is, do you want your daughter to have a relationship with Miss McCullum, and why or why not? Be honest.
Ma'am, yeah, I want them to have a relationship. But if I sit here and tell Anaya, call your mother, I can show text messages in my phone. Now you call your mother. Have anybody reached out to you? Daddy, don't nobody call me. Daddy, don't nobody call me. So then I say, now you call your mother. Daddy, why you keep trying to push something that I don't want to happen?
Right.
I said, well, I can only tell you. That's all I can do.
Right.
I mean, I got plenty of messages in my phone that I'm telling Anaya, call your mother. Have your grandma called you? Have anybody called? Naya said, well, Daddy, don't nobody reach out to me. She said, don't know. She said, my
now,
uncle.
Mr. Lovejoy, I want you to pause right there. This is the same girl. This is the same girl who said, Mom, Dad, no one reaches out to me. And Miss McCullough brings her cousins over to see her. And Anaya is outraged.
Anaya, yes, ma'am. I mean,
outraged.
Halima brought her niece and nephew to her job. So I said, well, Naya, what you do? She said, my dad, I don't want to see them. Why did she bring them? I said, Naya, that's your family. I said, Naya, that's your family.
What I'm trying to tell you is, Mr. Lovejoy, think about it.
I'm thinking, ma'am, I've been on it. I've been talking to you.
What is it? What is causing your daughter to not want to have a relationship with her mother? It doesn't keep you up late at night and you can't figure out why. Something happened.
No, you're right, Your Honor, but something happened between them. Like Anaya said, her and her mother had to fix it. I said, Naya, well, what's going on? I talked to her. I talked to Naya about all this. Naya, if Naya was right here right now, she would tell you, Daddy, that's me, that's between me and my mama.
Right, and that's what you do. And that's my problem. It's that she's very clear.
She said, Daddy, if me and you can sit down and talk about our problem, me and my mama can. So, Daddy, you gotta let me and my mama handle that. I'm the child. She the adult. She need to think about what she did.
Right. That's what. There we go, Mr. Lovejoy.
And that's what Naya's saying. That's what Naya's saying. That's what she need to do. But in 2 years, if you have,
I'm glad.
In 2 years, if you haven't done that in 2 years, like, come on.
Yes, I'm glad.
What do I supposed to do? I can't put no belt on her and make her go out there and talk to her mother.
What does Anaya want from her mother?
Just to apologize.
Say it again.
Just to apologize, but
okay.
I don't know.
You know that's what Anaya wanted from her mother.
Yeah, but Halima apologized to her.
Mr. Lovejoy, my question is, Mr. Lovejoy, did you know that's what Anaya wanted from her mother?
Yeah, she told me that.
Did you tell Miss McCullough that?
No.
So for 2 years, let me tell you, so you can make sure you understand. Now, this is the information I got from her sitting down with me for 10 minutes. For 2 years, she's been harboring the idea that she wanted an apology from her mother, but no one told her mother. She didn't know.
Naya have told her mother. Naya have told her mother.
She did not tell her mother that. I spoke with Anaya.
Oh my God. Okay, y'all.
I spoke with her, and she did not say she told her mother that. Now, I don't know if she did, because I'm trying to figure out what is harboring her, what is causing you raise your child, there's no issues, all of a sudden she gets angry over some money, and for 2 years and 3 years you haven't spoken to your daughter, like you haven't had a real relationship. What is causing that? And so my concern, as I mentioned it to you, Mr. Lovejoy, was you didn't seem to care to figure it out. It was like your position was that's their relationship. And the only thing I'll do is say, call your mother. But as far as facilitating that, I'm not going to participate in that. That's the vibe I got from you. When I spoke with Anaya on it, her position was that she was angry about this money, that she felt like her mother is the adult, and that her mother should apologize for stealing the money. And I even asked her, like, did she steal the money? She thinks she did. And I asked her where she had gotten it back. At the time, she told me no, she had not gotten the money back. That she said her mother, she had worked hard for this money. She had gotten a job, she had worked hard for this money, and she wanted it back. I couldn't remember what it was. I knew it was a few $100s at least that she wanted back. My only concern is that if you know that there is something that you can help facilitate their relationship with, help them. Because you're a good facilitator, because you're in the middle of them. Help them. Don't hide the information from her. How is she going to apologize to the extent that that's what she wishes to do if she doesn't know that's what Anaya wants? And then you say no one's reaching out to you, Anaya. I don't know what these people are talking about. Yet I have to deal. Well, I tell you what am I doing here? Because Miss McCullum keeps coming to the court and asking for help. And then you'll tell Anaya something like, well, nobody obviously cares. Nobody's calling you. Well, why are we in court? What do you think Miss McCullum is here trying to do? Is this a game? You think Miss McCullum wants to come to court beg and cry on the Zoom that's recording on YouTube for the world to see, but in actuality, she doesn't want Anaya?
Yes. That's how I feel.
That's what I thought you thought.
That's how I feel.
That's a problem because you think Ms. McCullum does not want Anaya.
Your Honor, it been 2 years. That just like I said, me and Anaya, we was arguing, we was beefing, we was doing this. And when her mother called me and told me to go and get her, I went and got her. Because I'm gonna put all my whatever we had going on aside to help my child. And that's just like from day one, I've been helping. From day one, I ain't been no
and
absent.
Ms. McCullum, your position is she doesn't want the same.
I understand. She don't have to have the same, but you had to fix it with your daughter. I can only tell Anaya, baby girl, talk to your mama. I said, talk to your mama. You got your mama number. She said, no, you can talk to her anytime you want. Now you got your own phone.
How would Anaya talk to a woman who she believes doesn't want her?
I haven't never told Anaya that. I ain't never sat here and said, girl, your mama don't want you.
Now that I think about it, I don't know if that's the case because Amaya specifically told me that she questions whether her mother loves her. And which is really odd that you're saying that now, because that is what she told me. And I said, Anaya, that seems odd. You've been with her all your life. She was a good mother. All of a sudden, some money was stolen. And now you don't know if your mother loves you? Where is that coming from?
I don't know. Like I said,
now I see where it's coming from. I'm going to hold on to this case for a little bit longer. I'm gonna try something else instead of finalizing this, because I really, it's a very odd position, but I can't trust you, Mr. Lovejoy, in this relationship. I don't. It's not about you trusting you being a good father, i.e. taking care of her, loving her, but I do question what you might be telling Anaya, because as I sit here and listen to the things she told me, I do now wonder, because she didn't appear that Mr. Lovejoy was influencing her. But now that I'm hearing the things that are being said that you're saying that didn't make sense when she was saying them, now I know why they don't make sense. Like, why would she question her mom's love for her? She literally doesn't know if her mom loves her. Wait, where would she get that from?
I say, she's 17. She's not.
But you also think her mother
I don't have to tell her if she sees what's going on.
Right.
I can, like I said, she had an age now.
Mr. Lovejoy, that Miss McCullum does not love her daughter. I want a yes or no.
No, I have never told my daughter that. No.
Do you think Miss McCullum loves her daughter? Yes or no?
I know she do. I know she do, but it's just the circumstances that they got going on that they have to resolve. Like I said, I can tell. Like I said, the police have came to my house plenty of time, and they come here and ask Anaya, do you want to go out here with your mother? No. So like I said, I cannot put no bill up to Anaya and make her go out there and talk to her mother. It's been plenty of times that the police have done that. It's been plenty of times, 6, 7, 8 times that the police have been to my house.
And Casey, that's me coming out to try to get her.
That's my point. That's the inconsistent part I'm talking about. It's like you're telling Anaya, your mom doesn't work you. She's not calling you. She's not doing this. And then every time she comes, she gets blocked to see Anaya. It's not even about you, because Anaya will block her at her job, or whenever her mom tries to do something to get Anaya and get blocked, there's some blocking where Anaya won't come with the mom or etc. And then they go in, then it's this mantra that your mom doesn't want to be with you. It's inconsistent. It doesn't make sense. She's trying to have a relationship and she gets blocked. And then after she gets blocked, the rhetoric becomes she doesn't really want to be with you. This is about money.
But how? I'm not blocking her. I'm not blocking her at all.
Something's not right. Where's the counseling process going in this? What counseling have you set up for Anaya?
She's not going to counseling anymore because of the school that she's at now. But I mean, we're
gonna change that. You are required. There's a requirement for reunification counseling that I'm about to require. You all will do counseling once a week. Reunification counseling, it will be once a week. This right here is disturbing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, Your Honor.
Yes.
So I'm asking though. I mean, if it was on the other foot around, and like I said, Miss McCallum, she's not providing nothing. She's not helping with nothing, Your Honor. She's
If you
not going.
want child support, Mr. Lovejoy, just say you want child support.
She's not going.
Mr. Lovejoy, you want child, Mr. Lovejoy, if you want child support, say it.
Yes, I want child support.
Like Tell me, Mr. Lovejoy, why you didn't ask me that a year ago?
Yes. I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to because the mother knows that she's supposed to take care of her child. She's know that.
I would agree. I have a bunch of child support comes through, and that's what I tell everybody. You should know to take care of your kid.
That's just like me, Your Honor. I knew what I had to do for my child.
Right.
I knew what I had to do. So like I said, in 2 years, she haven't done nothing. You haven't supplied nothing.
So when you say done nothing, you want child support, correct?
Yes, I do.
How much do you make per month?
How much I make? Maybe $2,900.
How much do you make per month, Ms. McCullum?
Maybe 40.
40 what?
Okay. I'm sorry. You said a month. 32.
Okay. Do you pay health insurance, Mr. Lovejoy?
Yes, ma'am.
How much do you pay for health insurance?
I pay it's exactly it's exactly $432 a month, but I split it in half because I'm on there and she on there. So
you pay $432?
Yes, ma'am, for both of us.
Who's on it?
Me and Anaya.
Okay. So you pay basically so half of that is what's that? $261?
Yes, ma'am.
Hold up, is that right?
Oh, no, it'd be like 217,
okay,
something like that. 217, I think.
Huh?
It'd be 217.
Yeah, so you pay $217 per month.
Yes, ma'am. Well, $432 for both of us, but $217 because.
But I'm only giving you credit for what you pay for Anaya.
On $214.
Okay, so I'll do that, and I'll consider the temporary child support in that regard. We're going to do reconciliation counseling. It is required. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Your Honor, can I just say one thing, please?
Yes.
Okay.
First, come to my office, please.
Mr. Lovejoy was only on child support for 1 year, her whole entire life. She's always stayed with me. He's never helped me pay insurance, rent, anything like that. He only got mad because I was going through the pandemic and I was a hotel manager and we didn't have work for 6 months. I went without pay. And when I kept trying to speak to him, I went to his family, everything.
Miss McCullum, Mr. Lovejoy told me he paid child support in 2016, 17,
no, ma'am.
19.
If you can look on the documents that I uploaded the first time to Miss Marshall, I have them on there. Mr. Lovejoy was on child support for August 2021 to August 2022. There's also a paper that shows where I reached out to child support, asked them to stop it as soon as Anaya went.
No. I didn't ask you whether he was on child support like through the system. What I was asking is, he was saying he was paying you monthly support even if you were not asking for it.
No, ma'am. He'll get her clothes and do little stuff like that, but ma'am, no, ma'am.
So you didn't get a monthly amount of money from Mr. Lovejoy's?
No. Now, what I will say is if I say, hey, she needs some food or something, he'll send $60 or something, but no, ma'am, nothing monthly and nothing consistently.
Mr. Lovejoy, were you paying a monthly amount to Miss?
Well, I only paid 1 year, Your Honor. But the thing
I understand that, but when I asked you for child support, which you under oath indicated that you paid child support in 2016, 17, 18, and 19. That's what you told me under oath. What did you mean?
Your Honor, I only paid 1 year, and that was the only year that she put me on.
Mr. Lovejoy, you told me you paid child support in 2016, 17, 18, and 19. What did you mean by that?
No, Your Honor, I've been there. Like I said, Your Honor, I've been on my job for 12 years, Your Honor. Hold on, I'm gonna take this. I've been on my job for 12 years, Your Honor. If I was so much of a deadbeat, I would have been on child support, Your Honor.
Mr. Lovejoy, Mr. Lovejoy, you told me you paid child support in 2016.
No, I only paid 1 year.
By that?
I only paid 1 year. I helped out. I helped out with my daughter. I helped.
You helped. You were giving something.
Yes, I was giving something. It wasn't like I wasn't giving nothing.
Did you give something? Did you give the money to Miss McCullum without her asking, or only when you asked? When she asked?
When she asked me, like I said,
Did you gave her money when she asked?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Whenever she
asked, you would give it to her.
I'm talking about whenever
In the last 2 years that you've had Anaya, what money did you ask Ms. McCullum to give you?
I haven't asked her to give me nothing.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that you didn't ask her to give you anything in the last 2 years?
No.
Okay.
No.
Did you feel like doing that last 2 years that she was a deadbeat when she wasn't giving?
I mean, ma'am, like I said, no, Your Honor. Like I said, Your Honor.
Did you, Mr. Lovejoy, did you feel like she was a deadbeat when she was not giving money in the last 2 years?
No.
You didn't?
No.
You just spent the whole time telling me that for the last 2 years she did nothing. And that bothered you.
She didn't do nothing though, Your Honor.
Okay. Was she a deadbeat during the 2 years?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Yes,
okay.
She was.
Because she didn't give.
Yeah, because she didn't give. But I gave.
You gave? But,
yes,
but you gave when she asked. You didn't give. You didn't give without her asking. You gave when she asked.
I mean, I could. You know, it just, you know, I'm not. I've been there.
My question is, you only gave when she asked, right?
Right, or whenever my daughter asked. Whenever they asked me.
Deadbeat when you were not giving her monthly monies, right?
Right.
So she's not a deadbeat because she's not giving you monthly monies, right?
But okay, I mean, you're right, Young. You're right.
All right, so, give me a moment. I'll come right back to you. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm waiting to get the child support numbers back, but I'll put those child support numbers in, and then we'll take a look at that number, and we'll come back in between 6 and 8 weeks. So within 2 months, the reunification process has to be in place for at least 6 to 8 weeks before we finalize anything in regards to this case. Okay. All right. Mr. Lovejoy, in the interim, please think through what you're doing and why you're doing it. Please think through it. You know, I spent a good amount of time trying to question you and go through things with you because I wanted you to see the inconsistencies and the, what's the word that I'm trying to use? It's almost disingenuous because when you were in the situation, it was okay. And then Miss McCullum is in it. Somehow it's the most horrible thing you've ever seen. I really want you to think through why you feel the way you're feeling, because it's just so confusing. I don't understand how when Miss McCullum had Anaya and you were not on child support and she was not bothered by you not being on child support, you gave when you can and it was okay. When you have Anaya for 2 years, she's a deadbeat because she hasn't voluntarily paid you anything. When in the interim, you had done the same thing. It just doesn't. Come on, think through it, Mr. Lovejoy. Come on, be the co-parent I need you to be. All right, y'all.
I just need help. That's all. I mean, if she go, that's it. Whatever I just need help with my daughter.
Well, just ask her. You could have asked her that 2 years ago. You could say, Miss McCullum, send me $200 a month while I have Anaya. I'm gonna do the best I can, but just send me some money.
Okay, well, Your Honor,
that's what she would do for you. That's what she would do for you.
To be on you, but Your Honor, I can't talk to her. So Your Honor, I'd rather for you to just tell her that. I'd rather for you to tell her that because.
But was she able to tell you that when she needed money from you? Was she able to call you up and say, send me the $60?
Yes, I got the cash app.
And you sent it. Why you can't call her and ask for 200 or 300, whatever it is that you wanted? Buy some clothes.
Because Your Honor, because it's too confrontational to talk to her, Lena. I think
a text message is not all of that, Mr. Lovejoy. When you can text her to tell you not to come to Anaya's job. You could text her to tell her to send her $200.
All right, Your Honor.
You'll receive an order in the mail. That reunification counseling needs to start ASAP, right? In fact, in about 7 days, Ms. Marshall's going to reach out to you. It needs to start it, okay? So go ahead and start looking in for reunification counseling so that there's a reunification between this mother and daughter, facilitating, and you're going to help facilitate it. That's the order of the court. Y'all are free to leave.
Thank you, Your Honor.